Hey folks, welcome back. It is toward the end of the day. I just got done hauling my wood. I need to start a fire. It's going to be quite cool. So tonight I've definitely got to do that. I know some of you really enjoy me sitting by the fire or in front of the wood stove with the door open and talking. I'll be doing that. It won't be tonight, I don't think. But tonight, I would like to say thank you for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate that. I still am unable to respond to the comments. I haven't been in line for the standards, right, for YouTube. So I'm still not able to read. I can read the comments. I just can't respond. I can't like. I can't send a heart. Nothing, folks, right? So please be patient. Please know that I am reading them, and when I'm off the naughty list and behave myself, and I can comment, I will definitely go through all of them. So thank you for being here. Thank you. A lot of you have been with me for quite a while. You came over from my old channel, right? So one of you has been with me for quite some time. And I am going to do a shout out. I've been meaning to do a shout out to a few channels who have expressed in their videos that they would like to grow their channel. So this one is going to be a shout out to Shelly's Everyday Adventures. It used to be called Shelly's Everyday Prepping, I believe. And like a lot of us, she's moved away from the preparedness, for the most part, the preparedness type style video. One, it's really exhausting. It's kind of depressing. It does really wear on a lot of folks who started out doing preparedness videos. And we didn't do it, some of us didn't do it out of hype and drama and scare tactics. We just did it out of love to make sure y'all are prepared for what may come down the road, right? So when she moved, she took a break from her channel, and when she came back, she moved in a different direction, quite a lot like I did. My old channel was a lot about preparedness, and I moved toward homesteading. She is moving toward motivational videos. She's my age, and just like a lot of us, we come to realize that we can't do as much as we want to or what we could just a few years back. And our mindsets change. It really does. And we want to be more positive. We want to be more uplifting. And that's just the way it is for a lot of people. It's just part of the growing process, right? So Shelly is from Maryland. Now I just started watching the video that she just posted, and I'm like, no, I told her I was going to do a shout out. I need to stop this video and do a shout out because it's getting dark. So here I am doing that, Shelly. My pleasure. So I think I have watched every single video Shelly has put out. Like I said, it's motivational, it's uplifting, it creates thought. She talks about life after 50. She, like I said, she sets goals for herself. She talks about what she has learned, what she has tried, what has worked, what hasn't worked, a lot of it is very goal oriented and adjusting to life as you go through life, and not beating yourself up about it. Use it as a learning experience. Okay, I did that, I tried that, I made it work, or I didn't make it work, but that's okay. We move forward and we continue on and still try to make it worthy, right? Worthy. So I have been following her for quite some time. I would really like to sit down and on her porch and drink a coffee or a glass of water, look out. She lives on a farm, a family farm, and just watch. It looks like hundreds of acres of cornfields. I haven't seen cornfields like that, folks, since I was a little girl. Those days are long gone here in Maine. Well, mostly. Any field that's open now is a hay field, right? So in my line of travel, it's been years since I've seen corn like that. So it brought me back to some nice memories, Shelley. Thank you very much. So she's just very genuine. She's very honest. She's quite laid back. She is trying to build her YouTube channel. She does have an Amazon bookstore. She has written, from what I gather, she has written 2 books, and that was on her bucket list. She goes on her life goals and the steps that she takes to achieve those life goals. And she also, on her Amazon, in her Amazon store, she creates coloring books, word searches, and all of that. So if I know some of you are already there, it's awfully nice to see you. It's awfully nice to see familiar channels on these channels that I have done shout outs on. It makes me feel that someone is listening to me. And I know, yeah. But not only listening, you're hearing, right? So if you want to go and show Shelley some love, it's Shelley's Everyday Adventures. I am 100% certain that she would really appreciate you coming over and saying hello, hitting the subscribe button, hitting that bell notification, and watching a few of her videos. We've all got to share and love one another, folks. And YouTube is very hard as a content creator. I don't know. As a person who puts out material on YouTube, it's very hard because there's so many critics out there, and they don't mind telling you that you're doing this wrong and that wrong, and oh, you stuttered, you repeated yourself. I could edit till the cows come home, folks. I don't care. I am being me. She is being her. We're not putting on airs. She's the salt of the earth, just like I am, folks. Okay? So, if you want to go check her out on organizing, that's something I really struggle with is organization. And I was working on organizing when I just took a break one day, and I was organizing my pantry. And I sat down and saw her video and watched it, and it gave me a lot of courage to continue organizing, to get it where it needed to be, and then to be able to be satisfied with it and call it good and move on to the next project. So there's a lot of tips, there's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of encouragement, and we just have to be nice to ourselves, and she reminds us of that. And it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to succeed and not feel guilty either way. So the breeze is trying to slow down. I had 4 tarps that were drying. That was on my wood pile, around my wood pile. It just got tarps everywhere, folks, of all sizes. And I hung them up. I strung some, what do you call that? Clothesline rope. Found 2 trees. Clothesline rope, it's easy to cinch it up tight and not tie a knot, right? So I did that, hung those tarps. One was a 19 by 19, I believe it was. It was huge, or maybe it was 24 by 24. It was just a monster. So I got those drying. I swept them off, trying to keep the geese off from tarps that are laid out flat and weighted down while you're trying to sweep. It was just impossible, folks. But I got it swept off, but not before they pooped a few times. So anyway, I got them all cleaned off, hung them up. The wind come up, and I can tell you it was not a quiet yard between the geese, because the geese didn't like the tarps flapping in the wind. A flapping windblown tarp is loud enough as it is. So in order for me to speak to the ducks, who didn't care about any of that, I had to holler to the top of my lungs just for them to hear me, and then the geese would think I'm hollering at them, and they'd come running, and right. So I got the tarps all done, even folded them in the wind, folks. I had the wind work with me. And then I took some bale and twine after I got them all folded up, and then folded them over. Took 2 bale and twines for each end, and then tuck them away, right? What I like to do is when I fold away a tarp, I'd like to take a marker, a permanent marker, and on the outside where I tie the bale and twine, I like to write 20 by 20, 5 by 7, 9 by 13, 16 by 20. That way, if you need a bigger tarp or a small tarp, instead of undoing the whole thing to see if what you want to cover it'll fit, you can just read the numbers and grab the one you want. It works quite well. It works for me anyway. So I am tired tonight, folks. So hope you're all well. Thank you to any new subscribers. Thank you very much. And I want to remind folks, those last 2 videos that I did drew in a lot of subscribers. Thank you very much. I just want to let you know that a lot of my videos are not like that. They're more of homesteading off grid, gardening, dealing with birds, dealing with bear, seeing moose, when it floods, what happens when we get a massive blizzard up here, what happens, and the struggles of getting water and whatever in the winter. It's not all about life and death and trying to help yourself by preparing. Just a heads up, folks. I don't want you to come in here and get disappointed, because a lot of my videos are like that. There will be. I'm trying to, the more the world gets screwed up, the more I will be incorporating that stuff, that material into my videos. But I can't do it all the time, because I find it depressing. It brings my anxiety up. And as much as I love people and want to give people ideas or work off my ideas, it's draining. It's draining for those of us who have a conscience that make those type of videos. So, just fair warning, all honesty here. And by the way, yesterday when I left over there in the thickets, I went to grab my tripod at the end of that video, and there was a moose probably 30, 40 yards broadside just watching me. So that was always nice. That's always nice. All right. check out Shelly's Everyday Adventures. Show her some love. Tell her that you are there. Tell her, just give her a thumbs up. Something. It's hard to make material, folks. It's hard to get in front of a camera. It's hard to speak properly when I'm in front of a camera because I don't try. I really don't try very hard to speak properly. I know a lot of people who have tried YouTube and they just can't act naturally enough, and it's forced. And you can tell it's forced. You can tell they're new, they're not used to it. Shelly's been at it for long enough, so she's pretty comfortable. But any new channels that try to start up, folks, let's show them some love. Let's show them some patience. Let's show them some encouragement. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Not all of us have this fancy, expensive setup. Well, my setup is, look, I'm out here on one of my walking trails, out in the middle of the woods, trees behind me. There's my setup, folks. It could be out back by the birches. It could be out by the bog, so you see the bog. Who knows? Who knows where I'm going to be? It could be by the woodshed, the dreaded woodshed. Some of you older subscribers that have been here for a while really got tired of me filming in the woodshed one year. That's because it was very windy, rainy, cold, and I could kind of get in and out of the elements. But a lot of you didn't mind. So, you all be good. Check out Shelly's Everyday Adventures. The link will be underneath this video. Just tap on that hyperlink, and it should bring you right to her page, folks. Love you, bye.